George Washington, one of the most respected men in the colonies and the hero of the Revolutionary War, would earn the name Father of his Country for his crucial role in fighting for, creating, and leading the United States in its earliest days. He successfully led troops into several battles when trying to break free from Britain, and had the country's interest placed as his highest priority, serving the United States with pride and dedication. George Washington was undoubtedly a strong leader in a struggling nation. During the outbreak of the Revolutionary War, as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army, he created an efficient and well-trained army who were prepared for war. His objective was to win, and only to win. In his eyes, there would be no such thing as defeat. George Washington wanted a big victory that would demoralize the British and assure American independence, and so his strategy worked. On October 19, 1781, the British surrendered, which would mark the end of the war and the beginning to a strong, independent nation. As a popular representation of the United States and well-known war hero, George Washington's face was everywhere. His successful military figure led him to be a natural choice as a national leader for the new United States. George Washington was incredibly popular with the American people after leading the American Revolutionary Army to victory to create a country. The popular story is that he was asked to be a king of the new nation, but he favored a constitutional republic. By the end of the Revolutionary War, General George Washington was a very popular and influential person. Shortly after, he was convinced to attend the Constitutional Convention and was elected unanimously as president of the convention. The office of the presidency was created at this convention, and in 1789, the Electoral College unanimously elected him as president. Washington accepted the position even though it was not one he sought. In 1792, he refused to run for a third term. In 1797, Washington relinquished power and stepped down from the presidency. This was revolutionary itself because people were so used to kings who ruled for life. Washington set an example of a powerful, well-known leader who stood aside to make way for a democratic succession. When George Washington was sworn in on April 30, 1789, many of the Founding Fathers were demanding a Bill of Rights, which would protect the people from the government. This Bill of Rights was to be added to the Constitution to guarantee individual liberties to make sure that the new government would not treat citizens like the old colonial government of Great Britain did. But not everyone agreed that this Bill of Rights was necessary. George Washington tried his very best to be a fair president and was able to accomplish many things during his 2 terms. He worked with both political parties and also listened to the people of America to try and fix whatever problems arose. Washington supported the Bill of Rights, and being the big believer he was, he tried to persuade anyone who doubted these 10 amendments. Washington was successful with his work, and hence the Bill of Rights was added to the Constitution and put into effect.